First of all, you're in Singapore to do this Invest Penang seminar. How do you attract, what are you doing to attract investors, whether foreign or in Asia, to Penang?
Well, thanks, John. Basically, I think what we want to tell Singaporean investors is that to put Penang on the map, that Penang has all the attributes that's required for an ideal location for investors, basically in terms of human talent. And we believe passionately that human talent is the new oil of the 21st century, and we have them in abundance in Penang.
Well, on that thought then, therefore, the budget again from this year, of course, overall for the country, is there sufficient help, do you think, for low-income households, including, therefore, helping young talent, or indeed for the government spend enough on new projects to really also help new talent, new jobs?
Well, when you talk about attracting new talent, it is not, of course, limited in terms of housing. There are also many factors that they have to establish, especially in terms of job promotion opportunities, as well as a conducive environment where they can prosper. And in this regard, of course, we feel that the Malaysian federal government can do very much more. And still, we are doing what we can in Penang, especially in terms of nurturing talent and providing the conducive environment where they can feel right at home. And Penang is the most livable city in Malaysia. And we feel that Penang has all the conditions necessary for foreign expats and investors, well, as I said, to do well.
You look at Penang and you think tourism. You obviously think also trade opportunities. You are eyeing 30,000, as much as 30,000 manufacturing jobs. Is that realistic, and how will you achieve that goal?
Well, we have always been an industrialized state. We have a strong manufacturing base. But we feel that we need to move up the value chain, focusing on high-tech, high-value added, as well as information and knowledge-intensive industries. Now, to achieve that, we have, of course, to get in the established high-tech companies to come in. And that's why we have actually formed a partnership with Temasek Holdings of Singapore to carry out the Penang International Technology Park. And we feel that this will be one of the platforms where we can attract these investors, including from Singapore, to come to Penang. And the fact that marquee names like Temasek and other companies have chosen Penang as their new location, I think it's a testimony to the huge potential that Penang has to offer. We're not only focused on tourism, we're also focused on services. KPMG has listed Penang as one of the 31 business process outsourcing hubs, and we want to achieve that potential. We believe that we have not only got to do things right, but we have to do the right things. And we feel we can complement what Singapore requires in terms of the manufacturing and services, and of course, a lifestyle that they are accustomed to.
Minister, you mentioned again you want to attract big names. You mentioned one name, Temasek, of course. You also talk about how you want to lead Penang's third growth wave. What other names have shown interest in building a base in Penang?
Well, I can only mention those names which are already in Penang. Of course, we've got lots of interest from many other companies. For instance, you look at companies like the food edible oil giant, Wilmar. They have already set up their shared services outsourcing hub in Penang. We also have Citibank, where they have set up their global credit transactions hub in Penang with a head count of 1,000, and where they are doing 25 million transactions annually with a value of $6 trillion. Apart from that, of course, we have AirAsia, the local conglomerates. But what we hope is to have our partners like Temasek to bring in the big names into Penang, has an alternative, as I said, not only in terms of cost, but in terms of talent that can complement what Singapore has to offer. So we feel that Penang is poised to receive investors who may want to think of another location where they can perhaps diversify not only their risk but also their markets. And Penang has, as I said, the lifestyle to accommodate these expatriates.